Welcome everyone to Daytona International Speedway as we're here under the lights for Castrol GTX Cup Series competition. 16 laps of action here today for for two races under the lights of Daytona, I should say. Yes, since the Busch Clash is now done and gone, and also qualifying to see who's the front row for the Daytona 500. We are here today for the running of the Gatorade Twin 125s to determine the rest of the starting lineup for the Daytona 500 itself. The pole sitter for this front row for this race will be Jonathan Zorlin. For the Daytona 500 will be Jonathan Zorlin and William Brock. That'll be the front row for this event. So the front row is locked. So positions 3 through 40 will be determined right here, right now. And this race will determine the entire inside of each row for the Daytona 500 itself. This is race number 1. And here's the starting line for this event. On the pole, it is Jonathan Zorlin, and as we mentioned, the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. He'll be alongside Rob Evans, number 22, the number 12, I should say, the Meineke Discount Mufflers Ford. Row 2 is Cat Batson and the Keystone Beer Planters Ford, and Dylan Poteet, two-time Daytona 500 winner, in number 22 Maxwell House Ford. Third row has Charles Sampery as one of our in-car cameras in today's event, the DuPont Chevrolet car number 24. And our second camera lies in Cole Beaver's car, the GM Goodwin Chevrolet, car number 3. The fourth row will have Quentin Moore, the defending Daytona 500 champion, number 21 Sitco Ford, and Ryan Brommer, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, car number 33. Our third in-car camera lies inside Kyle Matthews' car, the defending series champion, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, car number 42. And Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down has Sky Cummins, number 26 Quaker State Ford, and number 83 Vince Almerigo, a second season racer, the Purex Detergent Ford. Next row down has Zach Winkle, the 17 Western Auto Chevrolet, and number 71 Jesse Turner in the Dave Marcusone Chevrolet. Next row down is Seth Cole in 98, the Bojangles Ford, and Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac, car number 2. Next row down has Diego Yepes in the Skull Classic Ford, car number 1, and Preston Plord, the 5-time winner last season, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet, car number 18, and starting shotgun in the field, the Busch Clash champion Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. So that's the starting line for today's running event here. Positions 3 through 40 will be determined in the 125s itself. Now in this particular race number 1, if the pole sitter wins the race there, then either way, the pole sitter keeps his pole position starting spot regardless of what happens in this race. And here comes Commander 40 inches. As I was saying, as the field rolls off pit road, the pole sitter keeps the starting spot regardless of what happens and where he finishes in this race here. But now, if anybody but the pole sitter wins this first race, then he will start in this race in third position. I say he because he or she will start in third position in this race. That is, if the pole sitter does not win the first race of the Gatorade Twin 125s. So, and of course, in race number 2, likewise, if the outside pole sitter does not win that race, then he or she will start 4th. So, that's how the whole race is determined here as far as the 125s is concerned. As we mentioned, this is the 1993 Winston Cup car set for the Cup 90 mod, which is back this season after we ran the Cup 98 mod last season and had a great points championship battle, which ended up with the man starting in 9th position in this race here today, Kyle Matthews, winning the championship over the charge of Cole Deaver and Seth Cole. And if we had that good of a battle last season, this should be an epic season as the races go on. But we're still in Daytona for Speedway for races, prelude races leading up to the Daytona 500. as Jonathan Zorlin, the pole sitter for the Daytona 500, at over 187 miles per hour, will start from the pole in today's event. Pace car will duck off on the pit road. Nighttime racing at Daytona. Pretty tough to be here. 16 laps of action in both races as the green flag flies. Gatorade 2125's race number 1 is on. We saw during the Busch Clash how quickly these cars can accelerate, and look at them go. Off turn number 2 they come. They'll come off turn number 2 at 187 miles per hour as Zorlin jumps out in front. Here comes Cat Batson to the inside. Actually, Quentin Moore, the defending 500 champion, goes inside. He's got Kyle Matthews and Sky Commons shoving him. Sky Commons is not a rookie in the series, by the way. He is. I believe he has run in the series before. I'll have to check back on that, but Sky Commons is in the new driver in the 26 car. And remember, the 26 car won one of the duels last season with Nicholas Wade driving. So Sky could be feeling pretty good about this himself. So as they come into turn number 1, Zorlin leads the first lap. In the lead now goes Quentin Moore, the first lap at 183.2 miles per hour. Matthews in second position. Third is Commons. Fourth is now the 17 is Zach Winkle. And here comes the green and white Ford, number 26. The Quaker State car goes to the lead now. Sky Commons. Seth Cole to second position now. And in the third now goes the number 1, or trying to get fourth. Third is the number 1, Diego Yepes. As they come to the start finish line, completing the second lap. Ford's holding the top 3 spots for the moment. On board, Kyle Matthews' car. He'll duck inside of Seth Cole. He's going to try to go inside of the 26 of Sky Commons now. So going into turn number 3. Sky throws the block on him. And you heard Kyle had to back off the throttle just a little bit as they come off turn number 4. Peeks inside of Sky, scoops up some clean air, and ducks right back in. Now the roof cam from Matthews' car. Fast lap of the race so far, being held by Preston Board, 201.9 miles per hour. View from Cole Deaver's camera. Roof cam on the GM Goodwrench Chevy. Close up on Becca Tellier and the Valvoline Ford as they come up to turn number 4. Deaver looks inside, nothing doing. And from Charles Sanford's view, he's now right behind Preston Ward. And looking inside for the lead comes the 83 car. That is Vince Almerigo, but here comes Keith Batson, 28 to the inside. Remember how dominant that car was in the Busch Clash. Won both segments in that race. Batson can be ones to watch here when the Daytona 500 comes. He's definitely one of the ones to watch in this race, as a matter of fact. As he ducks in behind Sky Commons, who continues to lead this race here. Matthews led the last time by, but Commons takes it back this time by. Here, and hate to not sound like Jeff Gordon here, but look at this. There we got, was it 3 wide, about 2 rows deep. And now Batson looks inside, but nope, here comes Charles Sanford in 24. Sanford, the California Crusher, looks inside. And in the second now goes Jesse Turner in 71. Turner driving for Dave Marcus this season as he last season drove the 75 car for Butch Mock. And that car this season being driven by James Henry and with a new sponsor. Batson now goes to second position now, and his KB Enterprises teammate Becca Tellier right behind him. But here comes Tellier, looking to the lead as she takes the Martin cars now, trying for the front, and here they come, 3 wide. Almost halfway home here. This will complete the 7th lap of this race, and we'll have 9 to go in race number 1 of the Gatorade Twin 125s. Ryan Brommer in the second position now. Brommer, a second-season racer. He won the pole for last season's Winston 500 at Talladega. And up behind him comes that black number 3, Cole Deaver. Out for revenge this season after losing the championship last season at Homestead. He wants that championship this year, and he will stop at nothing to do so. The man from the state of Georgia. And this actually is his home track since he lives close to the Florida line. So Daytona is actually Cole's home track instead of Atlanta, where we'll be heading to for the 4th race of the season. Tucked in right behind the 17 is Zach Winkle, driving the Western Auto Chevy this season. Now it's the car that Brommer drove last season, by the way, as a Monte Carlo. This season they're running the Chevy Luminas. This, of course, being 1993 cars, of course. Here comes Poteet, 22, the 2-time 500 winner, seasons 8, the seasons 5 and 9. As he takes the Maxwell House cars, Poteet, the man from the state of Kentucky, jumping out in front right now, and it'll be as they about to complete the 9th lap of this race, and 7 to go in race 1 of the Gatorade 125s. Average speed so far, almost 198 miles per hour. And look at those laps here. 201 miles an hour down the board in the top 10 fastest laps. Fastest still being held by Preston Plort at almost 202 miles per hour. And look inside goes to 26 car of Sky Commons as he gets to shove in the pulsar for the 500. Jonathan Zorlin. And up behind him comes the defending 500 champion Quentin Moore, driving the number 21 Sitco Ford for the second season in a row. Of course, Quentin Moore, of course, the diehard Morgan Shepherd fan in our community. And Quentin would love to bring that car back to victory lane for the 500. Down backstretch, here comes Quentin Moore to the ends. Actually, not Quentin Moore, but Zorlin looks inside of both Sky Cummins and Rob Evans. Evans led the last time by. And now Zorlin. Let's remember, he'll be the pole sitter regardless of where he finishes in this race here, by the way. So if he wins this 125 qualifier, it does prove he's got a strong car. And he obviously will keep the pole for the race, obviously, like I said, no matter what. But these qualifying races, of course, also, of course, along with the Busch Clash, of course, giving the opportunity to see how the cars draft for the 500. And here comes Moore, looking to the inside of both Sky Cummins and the 25 Zorlin, as he gets to shove in Dylan Young in the 2 car, Preston Ford up there in the 18, Kyle Matthews in 42. On board Kyle Matthews' car. 12 laps in the books. 4 laps to go. Dylan Young on in front. Here comes Preston Plord 18 looks inside, the four-time winner last season. Lord looks to be one of the favorites to win the championship this season here, given the top 5 year he had in the points. Young is not giving up, though. These two battled out. You remember the Southern 500 at Darlington last season, and it was Preston Plord who came out the winner of that race. Three laps to go. Jesse Turner's getting into it now, as is Vince Almarego, as is Keith Batson. Jesse Turner's goal, of course, this season is to try to get the car back to victory lane. He went winless last season, but he did have some excellent runs in the 75 car last season. Which, of course, if that's the case, that could spell a good season possibly for James Henry, one of the rookies in the season. He'll be in the second race, by the way, in the 75 car, and will start the race in third position. 2 laps to go. That's starting third, by the way, for the second race, by the way. Almarego out in front. Batson the second. Deaver up to third position. Here comes Cole Deaver to the inside. Jesse Turner looks slow on the track. Batson stuck in behind the 83 car. White flag this time by. This race saw two surprises last season. Sean Ard and Nicholas Wade both win the one Gatorade 125s last season. White flag is out. Batson looks inside. He tries inside of Almarego. Almarego gets the push from Cole Deaver. But now Preston Plord looks inside. He's in behind Batson. Here comes 71 card. That is Jesse Turner. Batson at the middle of the track. Here comes Plord looking inside. Down the backstretch they come in the third turn. Preston Plord looks inside. He'll take the lead. Now what's Jesse Turner going to do in the 71 car? Because they come through the third and fourth turns now. Chevy's first and second at the moment here. Is Turner going to make the move off the fourth turn? He lets the inside. In fact, Almarego's going to get back in for second, but where it counts up front, Preston Plord wins race number 1 of the Gatorade Twin 125s. Preston Plord takes the number 18 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet to victory lane in the Gatorade Twin 125s. Race number 1. So that means he will lock up third place starting position for the Daytona 500. Second place will go to Vince Almarego. A great run for him in the 83 car. Jesse Turner to third position. Fourth will go to Keith Batson. Fifth to Cole Deaver. Sixth place to Kat Batson. Becca Tellier will come home in seventh position. Eighth to Dylan Young. Ninth, Kyle Matthews. And 10th place to Ryan Brommer. So that will so that does it for the first race. So race number 1 of the Twin 125s. Average speed 198, 828. The average speed in this event. Excuse me. Rest of the finishing order here. Sky Cummins comes home in 11th. Dylan Poteet 12th. 13th will go to Zach Winkle. Rob Evans 14th, Charles Sanford 15th, Quentin Moore 16th, Seth Cole 17th, Jonathan Zorland, who will be the pole sitter for this race, he ends up 18th, and Diego Yepes will unfortunately get the last place starting position in this event. So that will do it for the first race of the Gatorade Twin 125. We will see you. Here, stick around for race number 2. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway as we're back for race number 2 of the Gatorade Twin 125 pole races. The races, of course, leading up to the Daytona 500. The to set the starting lineup for that event. We got half the qualifying order determined. Now we can determine the other half, which is the outside of the rows now. So the man starting from the outside pole will be the pole sitter for this event here. That's William Brock, number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. He'll start from the pole for the second race by virtue of being the outside pole sitter. Outside of him, in new colors this season, Mike Becker in the 44 STP Pontiac. Row 2 has James Henry, number 75, a rookie in this event, in the Factory Source of America Ford. And beside him, another rookie, Simon Bloomfield, in number 9, Oregon Pest Control Ford. Next row down, a pair of veterans here. Zachary Fitzwater, number 52, a winner last season at Michigan and Rockingham. He'll be alongside Johnny Gardner, who closed out last season with a win at Homestead, the Hooters Ford, car number 7. Row number 3, I believe, has Jose Mills in number 7. Number 4, has Jose Mills in number 31, the Mom and Pop's Biscuit Chevrolet. And number 5, it is Jay Jefferson in the Tide Ford, car number in the Tide Chevrolet. Next row down has TJ Dent, number 68, another rookie in the Country Time Lemonade Ford. And beside him will be number 8, Eli Bright, another rookie in the Rebecca's Brakes Ford, car number 8. Next row down, returning to the series, Ty Dent, number 30, the Benzol Pontiac, and Nicholas Wade, who surprised the ball with this very 125 qualifier by winning that event. He also won 3 races. He also won 2 more races after that, that being the 400 at Daytona, and of course also at Charlotte in the 500 miler. This season he drives the number 14 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet for Billy Hagan. Next row down has Nathan Orman, number 55, the Jasper Engines Ford, another rookie, and Paul Minnick, number 90, the Heiligmeyer Stores Ford. Next row down has Jessica Shelton, the 4-time series champion, the Budweiser Ford, car number 11, and Riley Spurley-Tube, I believe, is what his name is. Weird names these days. Anyway, the number 27 McDonald's Ford, he's on the outside, another rookie. And then starting shotgun in this field here, Joshua Osborne, number 15, the Motorcraft Ford, and Mitchell Collins, another rookie in the Dirt Devil Pontiac, car number 40. So rookies galore in the second 125 qualifiers here. So we got about, I think, 7, maybe 8 rookies, I think, in this race. I'm not sure, but in this season, but I'm not really sure on that.
Drivers, start your engine!
That's the way to get things going here. So pace car looks off pace car lead the field off on the pit road, or off the pit road and on the track. So again, it's just like the first race in the 125s here. If anybody but the outside pole sitter wins the race, then he or she will be granted the 4th position starting spot here. We already got thirds. We already got the front, the inside of each row determined, with Jonathan Zorlin being the pole sitter for the event, even though Preston Ford went on to win the Gatorade Twin 125s race number 1. So we have 16 laps to determine who wins the second race here today. William Brock driving the car that's got a lot of history at Daytona, particularly with drivers like Ernie Irvin and Sterling Marlin, both of whom have won the 500 in that number 4 car, and of course both also won the Pepsi 400 in that number 4 Kodak film scheme too. So, and Brock will have one of our in-car cameras in today's event there. Also, others carrying the camera will be Joshua Osborne and Jessica Shelton. Those will be the 3 in-car cameras in today's event. So the veterans may be a little bit concerned about the rookies here. Of course, guys like James Henry, Simon Bloomfield, Nathan Ormond, Jose Mills in the 31 car's a rookie. Eli Bright's a rookie. TJ Dent's a rookie. As is Mitchell Collins, Riley Spurley-Tube. Jeez, a lot of guys in their first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series season. Grace in the field here this season. The green flag is out. Race number 2 is on in the Gatorade 125 qualifiers. Off turn number 2 here, off the second turn at 182 miles per hour. And on inside goes number 75, James Henry, and that's another new paint scheme for that car. That last season, that car was driven by Jesse Turner with the Remington Arms colors. This season, the Factory Source of America, sponsoring the number 75 Butchmock-owned machine. First lap, William Brock out in front here. Second position is James Henry with a battle between he and Mike Becker. First lap at 177.86 miles per hour, but don't get used to this pace because they'll be a whole lot faster than that. On board from Jessica Shelton's car, she tries to make her way up through the field nicely. Diving inside of Johnny Gardner, number 7. Rear bumper cam from Shelton's car, looking right at the other red car, Joshua Osborne in the Motorcraft Ford. Osborne making the move up to Bud Moore this season from Chevrolet to Ford. Last season drove the number 87 Nemco Motorsports machine, the Burger King car. Coming right into your living room at over 195 miles an hour plus. Inside Shelton's car, and now you're inside Joshua Osborne's car. Car behind her right there at the moment. Both drivers making their way up to the top 5 positions right now, and it's Ty Dent led for the last time by. Now Nathan Orman goes to the front, number 55 Jasper Engines Ford. Shelton looks inside now, but here comes Osborne, number 15. And they'll split Shelton up the middle as they come into turn number 3. And Mitchell Collins from dead last up to the number 2 spot now, number 40 Dirt Devil Pontiac. And these cars a little bit slower than they were these cars slower than the bunch from the first race. Fast lap set by the 27 of Riley Spurley Tube at 198.4 miles per hour. Nonetheless, though, these cars are, as Larry McReynolds will always say, the night time is the right time. And at places like Daytona, no truer words were never spoken. As they come down the backstretch now, Shelton looks for the lead now, number 11, and she'll take it from Osborne. And here comes Gardner in the 7 car, looking right behind. Gardner in the second position now. Third is now Paul Minnick in number 90. Minnick won the first Gatorade dual races. He won the second race in the first ever duels we had back in season number 19. But yeah, truly, I don't remember which season I did the first ever duels. But anyway, there comes Paul Minnick looking inside number 90 as he goes inside of Shelton. If there's one goal I'm sure Shelton's got other than a 5th championship, is to win one of the plate races, because she's been so close so many times at Daytona and Talladega. She's had about, I think, 4 or 5 second place finishes, but never a win. And a couple of those second place finishes, she came oh so close to the win, including this very event in Season 16 when she lost out to Chris Dodd. Nicholas Wade, the man who won his second event last season in the 125, so up to the lead now as William Brock, the outside, pulls over to 500. Goes to second position now as we're almost halfway through this event. 6 laps in the book, so it'll be 7 this time by. Jay Jefferson gets shut out of the track by Simon Bloomfield in the number 9 car. And this field strewn all over the place here. William Brock takes the lead that time by. Get a look at Simon Bloomfield in number 9 Orkin car. Quite unusual to see the number 9 as anything besides a Bill Elliott car in my series, but anyway. That's because the Elliott car this season is the number 11 car. That's what Shelton's driving this season. Mike Becker trying inside of Eli Bright for second place now. As he dives inside of William Brock is actually running right behind the number 14 car of Nicholas Wade. Riding with William Brock as we're now 8 laps in the books and 8 laps to go in race number 2. Eli Bright being split in the middle. TJ Dent goes to the lead now in 68. Right behind him goes Minnick, then Osborne, then Ormond in the 55 car. The outside, not an enviable place to be on this track. And the front two have kind of tandemed away from the field for the moment, but Osborne's breaking free as he's now closing in. Inside now, here comes Nathan Ormond looking for, well, darn pace car. Nathan Ormond looking for third spot, now maybe second. Now here comes Jose Mills in number 31. As the field's now closed right back up again. 6 laps to go in race number 2. Paul Minnick does have a restrictor plate restrictor plate win that came a couple seasons back at Talladega in the Die Hard 500, and that race this season will be the race before the Brickyard 400, believe it or not. Usually it's near the end of the season, but this season it'll be before the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Johnny Gardner, the first ever Daytona 500 champion, looks for the lead now as he takes the Allen Quickie cars out in front. Gardner not only the first Daytona 500 winner, but also the first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series race winner. When he did it, ironically, in a car numbered number 7. Five laps to go. 4.5 now. Fitzwater down to second position. Here comes Jay Jefferson at number 5. Looking inside of Simon Bloomfield, but here comes Fitzwater for the lead, and he's got it. Jefferson helping him out. Jefferson driving the Rick Hendrick number 5 this season. 2 of his teammates, Jonathan Zorlin and Charles Sanford, were in the first race. And here comes Gardner back inside. It's now, they're all starting to strewn up here. James Henry, number 75. Riley Spurley, number 27. 3 wide, several rows deep, about 4 rows deep, I should say. Spurley to the second position now is James Henry as we takes the lead now. Rookies hogging the top 3 spots, maybe top 4 spots. So here comes Eli Bright, number 8. Eli Bright looking pretty strong here in this race here. Could he pull off an upset? Could he be one of the rookies that pull off an upset? Mitchell Collins, we got another rookie up there. Some rookies got top 5 spots now in this 125s. Amazing. We could see a pretty epic Rookie of the Year battle this season as the season goes along, too. But spoiling that form now comes car number 11, Jessica Shelton. And she's got the 14 of Nicholas Wade behind. Nicholas Wade knows how to win at Daytona. Two laps to go. In Gatorade Duel race number 2. Shelton looks inside now as she looks for the lead. Jay Jefferson up alongside. Here comes Nicholas Wade. He says, screw it, I'm going for the lead now. Number 14, and Shelton gets the sucker hole in the middle as she drops back a little bit. Now Jefferson in the second position. Here comes Ty Dent for third spot now. Off the fourth turn they come. It'll be the white flag. 1 lap to go, race number 2. And here comes Jefferson for the lead. Jay Jefferson, car number 5 out in front. Ty Dent now in the second position now. And here comes Mitchell Collins at number 40. Could he pull up an upset in this 125 qualifier? Backstretch now. Jefferson out in front. Here comes Ty Dent. Tucked up on the back bumper now. No action being shown by the 30 car, but here with a full head of steam comes number 4, William Brock. Off the fourth turn they come. Jefferson trying to hold on to number 5 cars. They come to the start-finish line there. Brock taking no action at the moment. Race number 2 belonging to car number 5. Jay Jefferson wins race number 2 of the Gatorade Twin 125s. So Jay Jefferson takes the Rick Hendrick Chevrolet car number 5 to the 4th position, starting position, as Hendrick Motorsports will have the 1st and 4th position starting spots in the top 5. Where unfortunately Charles Sever will start way back in the back, unfortunately, this season in the 500. William Brock, the outside pole sitter for the 500, will finish 2nd position. 3rd will go to Ty Dent. 4th position will go to Simon Bloomfield. Mitchell Collins the 5th. Mike Becker comes from 6th. 7th place will go to Nicholas Wade. Jessica Shelton comes home in 8th. 9th will go to TJ Dent, Ty's brother. And 27, Riley Spurley Tube comes home in 10th position in this event. Average speed, 195, 335. The average in this duel. Rest of the finishing order, Joshua Osborne comes home in 11th. 12th to James Henry, Paul Minnick, Jose Mills, Eli Bright, Johnny Gardner, Nathan Orman, and Zachary Fitzwater at the top. The finishing order in today's event. So that will do it. That's the story of the Gatorade Twin 125s at Daytona International Speedway under the lights. Your dual winners again are Preston Plord and Jay Jefferson Chevrolet sweeping the 125s this season. As those two will have the second row in this event here. The lineup will be posted at the end of the video. As, of course, So I tell you what, great racing we had. I tell you, we expect to see a dandy in the Daytona 500 this season for a 30-lap shootout in that event. So thank you guys for joining us here for the Gatorade Twin 125. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the Industry Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got interesting gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for this channel. And please be sure to check out our other NNSCRA series. Please be sure to check out the Last Month's Life series, the Pizza Hut X series, the Coors Light Truck series, and the Hershey's Cup series. Please be sure to check those races out. as well as Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro Series and Levi McIntyre's Marvel Studios Cup Series. So I guarantee you all their races are a whole lot better than what I have to offer, without question. So the Daytona 500 lineup, the field is set for the Great American Race. Lineup again will be posted at the end of the video. And for now, this is James Coles, in production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.